I am going to create a video store unlike any other video store. To me, my store resembles, if you look at it from the outside to the inside, resembles a theater. I knew I was on to something. I knew I had something really special. And this was my gift to the city of Portland. I wanted Portland and all the kids that go to school here and the people that want to be filmmakers, I wanted them to be able to just walk into my store. They don't have to rent anything, just walk in and breathe movies. Because when you breathe movies, you're breathing everything that's around you. The atmosphere, everything is there, and it's all special. So I moved up here in 1990 on a fluke. I didn't really think the video store was going to be, I figured, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a shot. Maybe it'll last 5, maybe 10 years. But here I am 23 years later and still going strong. And it's created a magic for me because I had no idea that it was going to become what I started out working on. I mean, I started off with a store that was no more than 800 square feet, and now it's 6,000. I had no idea. If you would have told me that 23 years ago, I would have laughed, because I was always thinking it was just going to be a little small mom and pop store with various movies dealing from foreign to the classics, and that would be it, I had no idea. I was living in St. John's, and I was around 5 years old. Now, mind you, my grandparents were circus performers. My grandfather was a circus clown, and my grandmother was a snake charmer for the Barnum and Bailey Circus. So they had sawdust in their blood. I had movies in my blood. My first movie that got me there was The Greatest Show on Earth. It was released in 1950, I think it was. Won Best Picture. Cecil B. DeMille directed it, all about the circus. And I went and saw it, and I was 5 years old. We depended on the theaters and the drive-ins. That was where I got a lot of my background, love for movies. Originally, when I first started the store, I had posters here, and I had movie stills and stuff like that I had for sale. And I said to myself, wouldn't it be great to have something special and have a museum tied into it? I had no idea that it was going to grow from that. I just figured it'd be kind of neat to have a couple rare pieces from a great movie, a movie that won Best Picture, and have them on display. I had no idea that it would grow into what it is today, which is over 100 costumes, and I think I have around 45 props that are in the store right now. My favorite costume in all of Movie Madness is the Bonnie and Clyde dress. This is the actual dress that Faye Dunaway wore. It kind of changed the way that people look at movies because it was a transparent dress. And there's a scene in the beginning of the film where she sees Warren Beatty, played by Clyde, who plays the character Clyde Beatty, and he's trying to steal her mother's car. And she says, "Wait right there, I'll be right down." And she's supposed to be naked, but you only see her from here up. So not seeing the rest of her. And then she throws on that dress real quick, and she comes down the steps. And if you're looking very carefully, you could see through that dress because it is transparent. Over here is several. This is my Hall of Fame costume. Hall of Fame. The shotgun that William Holden used in The Wild Bunch is right there. And right next to it, remember I told you I love Casablanca. It's my favorite movie of all time. One of the best love stories ever made. That is the actual chair that Ingrid Bergman is sitting in, getting set up where she's doing her scene right there with Paul Henry. Paul Henry right there, Claude Rains, and Humphrey Bogart. And there's Ingrid Bergman sitting in that chair, and that's her script right there. Diane Keaton and Tawi Shire, both of them Godfather 2. By the way, the Diane Keaton piece, the lavender skirt and sweater right there, that's the first costume that Movie Madness purchased, and I purchased that in 1994. Blade Runner, I know there's a lot of Blade Runner fans out there. That's the actual Hotel Yukon. And Tony Curtis's hat right there from Some Like It Hot. Right up above is Orson Welles' jacket that he wore in the film Touch of Evil. Fight Club bar of soap, the one that Brad Pitt is holding on to. He even signed the back of it. The phone that was used in Chinatown. Right next to Margaret's outfits is this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, food dog, and I'm very happy to have purchased it because it's used in one scene in Citizen Kane, one of the greatest films ever made. This baby right here weighs over 700 pounds. Came from RKO Studio at the Profiles of History auction about 5 years ago. And I'm very happy to have purchased it. This is one of 2 knives that was used in the filming of Cycle. This is the only knife to survive the movie. That's Marvin up there from Pulp Fiction. That's the character of Marvin. That was they used him for when he gets shot by John Travolta in the back of the head, and that's the actual device that they used to make the effect look real. The ear from Blue Velvet, it's right up here. The hair, the actual hair on it, is actually David Lynch's hair. And up above, that's Stuart Granger's jacket from his military jacket from Prisoners, and that was made in 1952. This is Frank Morgan's original pants that he wore as Professor Marble in the great film The Wizard of Oz, made in 1939. And I'm very, very happy to have that as being part of my museum. Like I said, this store has got over 90,000 titles and a museum to die for and movies to die for. And that's why I call it Movie Madness Video and More, movies to die for. A lot of people have asked me, how is Movie Madness doing? Are you going to be able to survive? Video stores, as you know, have become obsolete. When I opened up Movie Madness here in 1991, within a 3-mile radius of my store, there was 51 video stores. 51. They were all over the place. You had Blockbusters nearby and Hollywood nearby, but then they started dropping off like flies. And yes, and the biggest thing that's hurt us all, and it's even hurt me and hurt my business somewhat, is the Netflix, the streaming, the way that we can look at movies today. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys all a little secret. See, a lot of people think, oh, wow, that's so cool. I could stream this and I could stream that. You can't stream everything. You know, who wants to sit at a computer and try to figure out what you want? You know what I mean? You know, that's ridiculous. I don't have everything, but I have all the good stuff is here. All the good stuff. There's a few bad stuff too. You got those cult films, you know, but they're so bad that they're fun to watch. You know, you got to have them in there. What makes me really happy is to see the kind of response that they get lit up when they see things that they wouldn't be seeing anywhere else. Not just the costumes, but the movies, you know, and knowing that they're going to take home that movie tonight and watch it. And I get a lot of people just love coming in just to explore those films, you know.